So Canada has a new prime minister, but are we sure this one is an upgrade?
And what Mark Carney has shown is that he has not made a priority a lot of the people in our country. Women, there's no minister related to issues impacting women, youth, people living with disabilities, people with diversity. He's also notably, and this is one of the most notable things, he does not have a minister for labor. Even Stephen Harper had a minister for labor. At a time when we do not have a plan for workers if they lose their job, 60% of workers are not covered by EI, he doesn't have a minister for labor. Now you might say it's just a name. Well, the name means something. He's signifying clearly that he is not interested or not prioritizing labor, unions, workers. That is very problematic to me.
These points are valid. Who you choose to give roles to does say something about your priorities. And I'm not going to go through all the minister posts that have vanished under Carney because I'm dyslexic and I'm sure I'll miss five. But specifically, what is with the lack of a labor minister? Have the Liberals pivoted so far to the right that Canadians who actually have Canadian values only have the NDP as a real left-wing choice? If so, we need to have the NDP get their messaging straight. Or fabulously gay, but we just need good, consistent messaging. Because all of the polls have been showing Pierre's Conservatives and Jagmeet's NDP are both collapsing, and the general population is probably quite likely going to follow what they're hearing on TV and online. We need strong pressure from the left to pull the Canadian government towards something that our citizens can respect. Because Canadians don't just want our country to not be sold off to Americans for pennies on the loony. We also don't want it sold off to business boys, no matter where they're from, for pennies on the toonie. Now, perhaps I'm wrong, and this isn't going to be just a really quick move to austerity. I'm hopeful. Feel free to prove me wrong, Carney. But we need lawmakers in Ottawa who are not just thinking about Canada as the land or the Canadian middle class, which hate to break it to you, but if you're watching this on TikTok, you probably do not belong to the middle class. If you get a paycheck, you are not middle class. What we need are lawmakers who, when they think of Canada, they think of the class that makes Canada work. And they need to understand that we need protections not just from America, but from, in many cases, the sociopathic nut jobs who write our paychecks.